Welcome back to Erin and Drew's movie reviews. My name is Drew.
My name is Erin.
And fight! This is what the players do at the beginning of the video game. They just kind of stand there.
Yes, they
wobble back and forth with their fists up. Kind of like this. But, yeah.
Today we're talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I'd almost rather be playing that game than talking about this movie. Mortal Kombat from 2021, of course.
Yes.
I make that distinction because there were two other Mortal Kombat movies made before this.
There were a couple direct-to-video sequels that we don't talk about, and a TV show that we don't talk about. But yes, there are two main other movies.
Yeah,
one is good, one is horrible.
Now, is that Annihilation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it. Even if you think you want to watch it, don't watch it. Trust me on this. I just did, and it's horrible.
Oh, here's my question. If that one is so bad, would you recommend that they watch this one instead of that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody should watch this movie. I like this movie.
I don't think it says a lot, but... Well, anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, the video game, I should say, has always been one of my video game guilty pleasures. Because I know I probably shouldn't have the type of bloodlust required to play this game.
I don't think that it's a guilty pleasure at all.
No.
Honestly, I think that just occasionally you need to go home and beat the crap out of somebody.
Tear crap up.
Digitally.
Yes. Because a little bit of a rewind here. I remember when the first Mortal Kombat was in the arcades. Mm-hmm. Yes, kids, I said arcades. There are these things that you went to that had machines and you played video games and pinball.
You spent your allowance there.
Yeah, that's right. And you rode your bike there. Well, I couldn't because I had to drive I don't know how long or have someone drop me off. But
lived in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there's
someone
actually
takes me to the arcade.
There's a couple of arcades around here within about less than an hour's drive, I would say. But yeah, you would go do those things. And Mortal Kombat was new. That was the big, there's always some kind of boogeyman as to why kids misbehave.
Oh, yeah.
Like way back when it was, the rock and roll, and then it was like...
it's the devil's music.
Yeah, like haircuts and leather jackets, or...
Your hair's too long.
Dungeons and Dragons, or...
It's the devil.
Heavy metal music.
Again, the devil.
And then there is this. It
makes you violent.
Yeah, this caused a huge stir in I don't think it was the same people who came up with the music thing in the 80s, like the Parents Resource Center, because they put those stamps that said parental advisory on them. I think this was a different committee, in the 90s, because they started wanted to regulate video games.
Right.
And eventually it must have worked because they came out with versions of Mortal Kombat they gave you the feature of turning on and off.
Yeah.
Bloody stuff or whatever.
Well, in the first game, they didn't have, in order to sell it, they couldn't have the blood and gore and stuff like that. But if you knew the secret code, you could turn on the blood, guts, and gore.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
and there were codes.
Oh, so many codes.
Not just to this game, but I mean
in all the
that
games.
was a common thing. If you had a home gaming system, you could get these weird codes that would give you make you skip a level or
up, down,
get
left, right, B, A,
20 extra men, or give you a secret power or something, But yeah, this was kind of quite the hot topic thing for a while, for about 15 minutes.
More than 15 minutes?
Well, I don't know. But if you watch this, it seemed like an eternity. No, not. It's not quite that bad, but it's not very... I wouldn't say
ripping on my movies, man.
I didn't think it was necessarily the greatest thing in the world, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But
they're not going for Shakespeare here.
That is true.
So, in that regard, it's hard to think of it as a disappointing movie. But
I would say the first 10 minutes of this movie, amazing. Just the whole fight sequence, That's what I want to see in a Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. The way the movie starts, it's
Between
actually
Hanzo
goes
and
back
Bihan.
to like what 1600.
Yep,
Something?
1600s in the Hasashi residence.
Yeah, and there's a fellow there who lives with his family, and
Hanzo.
what's that?
Hanzo.
Hanzo, is that his name?
Yes.
But he becomes something else.
He becomes Scorpion.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well.
You already know. Seriously, if you go to a Mortal Kombat movie and don't know anything about Mortal Kombat,
Yeah. Why are you going?
yeah, why are you going to a Mortal Kombat movie?
Yeah, and then he gets hunted down, or his family gets frozen by someone who becomes
Bihan. He becomes Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, who basically they look the same except the colors are different, right? In the video.
In the video game, yes.
Yeah, because one guy is blue and one guy is yellow.
In the video game, exactly, they were color swaps.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so he gets Sub-Zero kills. What's his name again?
Scorpion.
Well, no. The name
Hanzo.
Hanzo. I'm
Hanzo.
sorry, I forgot his name, real name. But he like went to hell,
Yep.
but then somehow got out of it.
The Nether, was that the Nether Realm? Yes, the
Something
Nether
like
Realm.
that. But he comes back like hundreds of years later, right?
Yes, through circumstances.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I know I say that a lot,
Yeah.
but this time I mean it.
You notice that he also has this marking on his arm, which, if you look at the poster, is right in the middle there.
Yes. It's a sweet dragon tattoo.
Yeah, it's a
except
very
it's
sweet.
a
He's been
birthmark.
He's been marked.
It's been marked.
And then we kind of jump forward to modern day, and then there's a guy. Well, oddly enough, is kind of like Rocky.
Yeah.
Except instead of boxing, he's doing these MMA cage fights and getting beat up.
Yeah.
Except
Being very
afterwards.
bad.
Yeah. Except afterwards, he doesn't have like cigarettes and beer.
No. He has ice cream with his family.
Yeah, they go out to the root beer stand and he buys treats for the kids and all this other kind of thing. And all of a sudden, this guy approaches him and asks him, "Hey, do you have one of these?" And he shows him the.
He's like, "That's a sweet tattoo," and he's
Yeah.
like, "It's not a tattoo; it's a birthmark, exactly shaped like a dragon." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Sure, it is, Cole.
Yeah. How do you know that? Because I've got one. What?
Birthmark, Cole."
Yeah. And then, so he's kind of creeped out by that. It's like, we're going to go have ice cream. And then all of a sudden, his kids, they're like eating their sundaes or whatever. And then all of a sudden, the whole street and
It starts to snow
it starts snowing.
in July.
Yeah,
So
so
it's-
what's up with that?
It's
and
weird.
then
I mean, they're in Chicago. It could happen.
it is the Windy City. So, yeah, and all of a sudden that guy shows up with his Escalade or whatever this is. Like, kind of almost like the Terminator, like, get in, come with me if you want to live. I'm surprised he didn't say that,
Yeah.
honestly, because that's basically what he's doing.
So I like Jax in this movie. That's the character's name who drove up, being all Terminator thing. Because
Now, wait,
Jax
what-
in this movie is a walking spoiler.
Question, is that also his fighter name?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember the dude with the metal arms, but I didn't remember what his
Yep.
name is.
His fighter name is Jax. His name is Jax. And when you see him in this movie, he does not have metal arms at first. So
No.
if you
So
have
it's
played
kind
the
of a-
games, he's a walking spoiler. He's like, comes on and you're like, that's Jax. Oh snap! I'm sorry in advance, dude. You're about to get your arms ripped off. Mm-hmm. And then they do.
Yeah, Sub-Zero takes care of that quite handily. And then he basically does that so this family can get away, and here's the directions, go.
Yeah.
He even let him take his car. I'll handle this, just go. So he goes to this rather nondescript trailer park.
It's more of like
It's a trailer home.
it's a trailer home in the middle of like a repair lot.
Yeah.
Like a scrap
Kind of
yard.
like a junkyard, yeah. It's like,
It's your normal corner in Gary, Indiana.
of course.
I don't know. I've never been there. I'm sorry.
And from what I understand, you don't want to go there because I hear it's not
It
pleasant.
looks like what it does in
Yeah,
there.
there's a reason Michael Jackson left Gary, Indiana. But they follow this was it a road map or something? Does he give him something? He gives him an address.
He gives him an address.
Yeah.
He goes to the address. He parkours into the address and then is immediately knocked down by Sonya.
Yeah.
Sonya Blade, who is Jax's partner.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sonya gives this nice little, and this is Mortal Kombat explanation. And he's just like, what?
What are you talking about?
Why?
But-
Because Cole is the audience surrogate in this movie.
And then she has like a. Is he a hostage?
No,
He's tied up, right?
He is the leader of the Black Dragon Syndicate. So he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And she has captured him because he currently has a dragon marking.
Yes, but she does not.
She does not. Because it's Kano's fault. Apparently, she was just not fast enough.
Okay.
You're giving me this weird look.
I'm.
So she was
that's-
after this other guy, and Kano swooped in, slit his throat, and took the mark from him. And so that's why they captured Kano instead.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and Kano, for game reference, he's the guy who has his hidden talent is
A metal plate on his face and a laser eye.
a laser eye. Yeah, basically like Terminator vision or something like that. Yeah. Um,
And is the comic relief, and frankly, one of the best parts of this movie.
yeah. Yeah. A little sexist too.
Oh, he's horrible. He
Yeah.
is a horrible
Little
human
misogynistic. Yeah.
being. So bad.
And
But he's
yeah.
a bad guy, so
And
you know
racist.
you can hate him. and
Later
it's
on, you
part-
find out he's kind of racist too.
He's very racist. He's racist.
Like,
he's the worst.
He's like, "Can you pass me the egg roll, please?" Or actually, he doesn't even say please. I
No.
don't think. You know,
Hey, top knot.
Yeah.
No, bad.
because that's kind of how he figures out how he has his what his hidden talent
Yeah,
is.
his arcana.
Yeah, his arcana. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcana.
So they eventually they get out of Gary.
Gary. Yeah. As you
And-
do.
Yeah, because as a lot of people apparently do. And they go.
They hop a plane somewhere and go to the Australian Outback is what it looks like. It doesn't really tell you where it is, but since I know that that's where they filmed it, it's the Australian Outback.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, he has
Some weird
does have
deserty
an
place.
Australian accent, does he not?
He does.
And is he the one who gets the plane?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a friend.
Okay.
He has friends, you know. He's got lots
Hard
of
to
friends.
tell with that attitude.
It's like, but before they do that, they get attacked by Reptile, and that's how he gets a scar on his face.
Yeah. And that is his fighter name too, Reptile. There is a reptile in
There is a reptile. The reptile in the game is more of just a ninja who is also
Reptile
a lizard.
wins.
Flawless victory.
Yeah.
happens
But then
later.
they go and they find this kind of like pseudo temple training ground kind of thing, and you find out
Find Raiden's sample, yes.
and they find Raiden.
I think it's pseudo. It's definitely a tempo. It's just temple. It's
Yeah.
just worn down.
It's a
and
combination
old.
of like gym and worship area kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the parochial gym in Rocky. A
yeah.
gym and
Yeah.
worship area.
A more far-fetched version of that for sure. Yeah. Because it's big.
Oh yeah.
And then so they find Raiden, and he's kind of like the leader of the good guys. It kind of like
He is the one that oversees the fighters of Earthrealm.
yeah, and they're trying to protect Earth from this. Well, for lack of a better term, like guys from hell, kind of.
Kind of.
They're from a different realm.
There are several realms
Yeah.
in here,
Yeah.
and specifically the ones from Outworld
You'd
are
have.
the ones.
You'd probably
that-
have. Would it be easier to read Tolkien's Silmarillion than to understand the realms in this movie?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never tried tackling that, but people have told me that's a rough read.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I started it once.
And how far
Put
did
it
you
down. I got like maybe a chapter and a half in, and I was like, I can't do this right now.
get? Yeah.
I haven't picked it back up, so.
That'll make your brain hurt. Kind of like getting punched in the
fun.
face like these guys do.
I'm concentrating. It hurts.
Yeah, it does. It can hurt. But Raiden's like, he's like the Justice League, whereas that the other guy is what, Shao Kahn? Is that the leader of the other guys?
Shang Tsung.
Oh, Shang Tsung. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Isn't there a Shao Kahn in this game, though?
Yeah, he's a different guy.
Is he in the movie?
No.
No? I got the S right. I knew it started with an S.
Yes.
Shang Tsung?
Shang Tsung.
Okay. Yeah, but he's got like Sub-Zero and this other guy who shows up later who's Goro.
Goro.
Which I thought
Prince
was
Goro.
cool because I remember Goro from the game. Because he has like 4 arms and he's really freaky looking. And
He's very easy to remember.
yeah, he does. He's like non-human.
He stands out.
He stands out in a crowd and where's like, and then there's like, not Katana, what's her name?
Melina.
Melina.
Katana's not in this one, but Melina.
But she's got like
clone.
those like that Demigorgon teeth like.
Yeah, she's got a real lovely smile.
Yeah.
And in size.
I could just see the Mystery Science Theater jokes now. Have you been flossing every day? You know. I'm sure they're going to do a riff tracks and have a field day with this movie.
Oh.
I'm sure they will.
I would love to
Maybe this
watch
would
it.
be a theatrical riff tracks.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be great.
I would go see it. Definitely go see it.
And then there's some fighting that ensues. And I got to admit that the fight between, who's the other guy with the hat? Not Raiden, but the other guy.
Kung Lao.
Probably, yeah.
Don't tell me probably. Yes. The one with the scissor hat?
Yeah.
Kung Lao.
Yeah, I just
I
forget
know all the
names.
characters. I
He
know
has
this
he has this really great flawless victory where he spins the hat into the dirt and it spins like a saw blade and he sends what's her name again? She's like the flying
Yes.
like
Natara.
Yeah. And he throws her through it and basically
Rides her through it.
Saw blades her just how you would want in the game. So,
Exactly.
and he even says
Flawless victory. They do say a lot of the game lines in this movie.
yeah, some of them
love
land
it
better
so
than others.
much.
Like, I know one guy said finish him, and it just didn't. It's like he hadn't hit puberty yet. He's like, finish him. I'm like, no, it should be
Finish him.
finish him. It just didn't sound sinister enough, you know. But
I get you.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's just me. And then all the good guys in the Earth realm are kind of doing like these training. They're trying to prove because Johnny, you know, he didn't do so hot in the beginning of the movie because
There is no Johnny's not in this movie.
He's not. Isn't that Johnny? What's
No,
his name?
his name is Cole.
Oh, but doesn't he get renamed?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure. Johnny's not in this movie.
Okay.
Johnny is the
Is it-
sequel.
doesn't he become Johnny
is
Cage?
the sequel bait for the next movie because Cole at the very end says that he needs to go to Hollywood, and they're like, "What's in Hollywood?" He's like, "Not a what, it's a who," and they pan to a movie poster that says Johnny Cage
Yeah.
and some stupid name of a movie because of course he's in a stupidly named movie. But yes, Johnny Cage not in this movie.
Okay.
But will be in the next installment.
Okay. Because I thought that was supposed to be his little shtick.
Nope, he is an all-new character.
Okay.
His shtick is armor of non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah, because he kind of earned his outfit there when he
Yeah.
was fighting Goro. And I didn't quite. I thought Johnny Cage.
Nope.
No?
Not Johnny.
That is not Johnny Cage.
Not Johnny Cage.
Because it wasn't landing like everybody else. I was able to pick out pretty well, except for Kano until he got his eye. And it's like, okay, where is he coming from? But him, I just couldn't place. But
yeah,
he's
because
new.
he's a new character. That's why you
Oh.
couldn't place him.
Okay, I thought maybe he was supposed to become Johnny Cage.
Nope. Nope.
I was mistaken.
Everyone is very excited to see who they're going to cast as Johnny Cage.
Yeah. So that means sequel coming?
Yes.
Probably.
This movie made bank.
It did.
For
It did make
pandemic world, yes, it made.
Well, people wanted to get out of their basements. So,
Also, the cast is great, and yes.
yeah. And then during the fighting, or towards the end of the movie, they get a Scorpion out of his purgatory by, what did he do?
Well, because Cole is an ancestor of the Hasashi bloodline. He mixed his blood with the blood that was on the dagger from the very beginning, and awoken Scorpion, who did his famous line, throws his spear out and goes, "Get over here!"
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then he
You wait
kinda,
the whole movie to hear it.
Yeah. And he takes
20
care
minutes
of,
from the end.
takes care of Sub-Zero. And what's that guy's name again with the arms?
Jax?
Jax. Mm-hmm. That's his fighter name too, Jax?
Yes.
Okay. He crushes... There's so many... I can't keep track of all the fighters in this game. Or movie.
So
Well,
on
it is
the
basically a game as a movie.
Outworld side, there's Cabal. There's... Is it Stryker?
Yeah.
I know Stryker
I don't
is a
remember them all.
character, but I don't remember if that's Stryker. There's Melina, there's Natara, there's Goro.
Mm-hmm.
On the Earth Realm, there's Cole, Sonya, Jax, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Raiden. Did I miss anybody?
I don't
And
think
Kano
so.
is the guy in the middle.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. But yeah, and then towards the end of the movie, Sonya finally gets her her mark.
Yep.
So, yay!
Yay!
Happy
Sequels.
and spin-offs. Well, they don't need to make a game.
They
on
gotta
it,
go save
so
Kung Lao.
They already have a game. But I still have to say though that I think Sonic the Hedgehog is still.
The better video game movie?
Well, I'm trying to think of another movie that was done that did video game to movie better than the other way around.
The first Mortal Kombat movie.
You think so?
The first Mortal Kombat movie is, like, it's not perfect, but to me, it did much better of video game to movie than most of the other video game to movies that came out in that era.
Okay.
And now they've been, like, upgrading it, so, like, we have the 90s era of movies, of video games to movies, and they kind of compete with themselves, and now we are upgrading them to the nows.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually played the game. I used to have this on PlayStation.
I first played it on a Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
We had 3.
It had, I think there was the PlayStation 2, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I think was the game. That was the last one I owned. The first time I played it at home was with the PlayStation 1.
Nice.
It wasn't even called 1, it was just Sony PlayStation. It was the gray system.
The box.
Yeah, the little gray. It was kind of like the original Nintendo, but thinner. And it was just called Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I think that was the first one I played. But I mean, they're just pretty simple games. I mean, they're just fighting.
These fighting games are button mash.
Yeah, and they were fun, and they still are fun.
They stay very much.
You know,
still
I
fun.
I can't recommend the smartphone version though.
There's a smartphone version?
Yeah, and it's don't ask.
I now have to look into
See
it.
now maybe I still have it here. Or did I get? I think I might have gotten rid of it because it was next to impossible to play. Oh no, I still have it here. yeah, I got that.
Oh, cool.
Can't really see it on the camera here, but
This is when we need a top-down shot.
yeah, this is see now they're see it's loading. It's like you can't really.
Loading and then
It's
it
hard
loads
because it's all
forever.
like you have to do all your finger swipes and
Oh,
it's tough to play on a phone. But
interesting.
I just like the novelty of having Mortal Kombat on my phone, let alone being able to play it. But
I would very much like Mortal Kombat on
Yeah.
my phone. I'm gonna have to look into this now. You realize?
well, I'm so sorry.
I need a new game on my phone.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's time to rate this thing. Erin, what grade do you give Mortal Kombat
I give
2021?
2021 Mortal Kombat. I give it an A-.
A minus. Oh, that's pretty high praise.
I really like this movie.
Yeah. I can't.
It's stupid but fun.
Yeah, it's stupid fun. Yeah, I can't quite go with it's the A part. It's
No, I gotcha.
it's fun. It's not great. I mean, I kind of wanted more from the fighting scenes, I guess.
That's true.
You know, when I think great movies with great fighting scenes, I think of like The Kingsman. I think if it had been done in more of that style, or maybe even like between that, maybe like a Matrix-y kind of thing. I mean, really, you know, if you're going to use CGI, throw money at it.
Yeah.
And I think they would have looked a lot cooler, but that's just me. But it's dumb fun, and I'm going to give it a C-. I'm not going to go lower. It's, you know.
It hurts.
Yeah, well.
It's okay. It's okay.
It ain't brain surgery, you know.
I really
And I
like
think,
this
you know,
movie.
if the fights had been better and the dialogue a little snappier, I probably could have gone higher. But yeah, for dumb fun, it gets a C-.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was just dumb and boring, I would have given it an F. But it's
Yeah,
it's not that bad. But it's adequate.
It's fun.
It's okay. Yeah. So, all right.
Lots of references in it.
Yeah.
So many references in it.
Anyway, Mortal Kombat wins. That's
Flawless victory.
yeah. It's I'm gonna call it a flawed
Okay.
victory. It's a victory when it's flawed.
Friendship?
Sure.
Okay.
You're not gonna see anybody in the video game hug. That's for sure. Anyway, until next time, I'm Drew,
I'm Erin.
and finish it. We'll see you later.
Cable television is the swellest thing they got.